Donald Trump is set to leave office. Whether he wants to or not, he is leaving office in a little under a month. January 20th at noon rolls around. He's out. Nothing he could do to stay. The problem is the damage that that man has caused to this country cannot be undone by the next administration. It can't even be done by the next administration after that. Can't be undone by that. We're stuck with some of this damage that he has caused to this country for a generation or longer. And here's what I mean. Well, first, before I even get into that, let's talk about one of the areas that has been destroyed, the economy. The economy is going to turn around relatively quickly once the pandemic is over. And by turn around quickly, what I mean is it's going to look good on paper again. Because we haven't had an economy that actually works for the American public, the American worker, since the 1970s. Since that point, all of the wealth has been concentrated at the top. Real wages in the United States have been stagnating since the 1970s. So again, the unemployment rate will go down, stocks will go up. So on paper, they'll tell us, oh, the economy's strong. Paycheck-wise for American workers, no. We'd have to overhaul the entire system, and so far, nobody is going to do that, regardless of party. So the economy will turn around on paper, not in real life. But that's neither here nor there. I'm talking about the real other issues where we cannot immediately change the way things are. Number one, the judiciary. More than 25% of judges on district courts across the country now are Donald Trump appointees. Some of these people were rated as, quote, not qualified from the American Bar Association. Some of them are younger than me. And I started in this industry when I was 21 years old, and I now have more experience in the world of politics and law than some of these people who are now district court judges. Some of them had never walked into a courtroom and tried a case. Of course, I'm not even a lawyer, so of course I haven't tried a case, but I've probably worked on more cases as a researcher and assistant than these folks did. And they're going to be sitting there for 30, 40, maybe even 50 or more years dictating what laws can stay and what laws can't. Which corporation can get away with what, which consumer might win the day, which is probably going to be none with some of these judges. Yeah, that is going to shape policy here in the United States for over a generation. Donald Trump will be long gone, a distant memory in history before some of these judges retire. That's a horrifying thought. His legacy is set. Environment and climate change. We spent 4 years moving backwards on the issue after we had gone 8 years of making fairly decent progress on it. You can't just undo that overnight. You know, Biden can come back in, put the regulations that Obama had in place back in place that Trump took away, but that's not going to immediately take away all of the new toxins that Trump allowed to go out in the atmosphere. Some of these new toxins and chemicals that are out there are what's called forever chemicals because they don't biodegrade. They just stay there. Nothing we can do about that except let time deal with them. The other issues we have. The human rights violations along the southern border. The children, the 642, I believe, that have not yet been reunited with their parents. The damage that was caused to them, even if we were to reunite every one of them with their families right now, today, those psychological scars, those are for life. We've scarred those human beings for life. And we as a country don't even act like we care about that anymore. Remember, that's not an issue. Who cares? Biden won. Yay, everything's fixed. Nah. This policy didn't even start under Trump. Sure, he took it and put it on steroids, but it wasn't just his policy. Biden was a part of the administration that did it. So Biden has to right that wrong. But there's nothing we can do to make these kids' lives whole again. We took something from them that we can never give back. We took something from them that for the rest of their life is going to wake them up in the middle of the night in terror. That's what these kinds of traumatic events do. The list could go on and on. There is so much damage that has been caused in this country to our reputation as Americans, to our understanding of one another here in the United States, it's going to take so much time. And I don't know if some of these issues will ever be fixed. And that's the terrifying thought. Trump may be leaving, but we're the ones that have to live with his legacy forever.